Welcome to another Fossil Keeper devlog, my next game where you find, dig up, clean, assemble, and display dinosaur skeletons in your museum. In this phase of development, I'm implementing the fossilpedia, which is the name I'm giving to the in-game encyclopaedia featuring all the species the player has discovered. Let's get into it. I've started with making some mock-ups for the card designs. And yeah, I'm making the fossilpedia entries like trading cards. Then the fossilpedia window will be like a binder. At least that's the plan, and we'll see how it goes. Anyway, I'm liking the look of these mock-ups, preferring the beige and brown colouring. This one in particular I prefer, with the idea that the border colour will change based on which dig site the species can be found at. Back into Unity, I have now made a basic fossilpedia screen with the currently implemented species populating the cards grid. This is a nice base for me to work on, so let's start by getting the cards looking like the intended design. Nice, well that wasn't too hard. No skeletons for now, but I've got all the text laid out and populating. These cards are too small to see properly like this though, so how about I add some zooming? Well, there you go, I added the zooming, plus a selection indicator, sound effects, and subtle card shadows. It's looking good, don't you think? Even better now that I've created the skeleton profiles. These profile images are handcrafted in order to get them positioned and rotated well within the card frame. I've got this editor scene that I can use to get the skeleton just right. Next, I've made each card's border change colour based on the dig site they are found at. All the current ones are blue, so what are these new green ones? Introducing Allosaurus and Stegosaurus, both of which are part of a set of late Jurassic species. Yeah, I've got a lot of dinosaur and other prehistoric creatures to introduce into my game by release, so I've got to make sure I'm on the ball with creating new ones as I develop other features. Now we've been focusing on the layout of the cards and the UI behind it. I was thinking of making it look more like a card binder, but I think the simple UI fits the style better for now. I've added an extra column for the cards so more can be shown on each page, and simple buttons to switch pages. Check out those card flipping animations, used as a transition when switching pages. Included here are all the species cards planned to be in the game, and you can see how many I've left to create. A minor tweak that I have made, that you may have noticed by now, is that I've removed the selection highlight, and instead made the cards scale slightly when hovered over with the mouse. It just feels a bit better this way. In the backend, I have implemented species discovery, which I've now reflected in the cards. If you've dug up and cleaned a fossil of a certain species, it will be considered discovered, and you'll know the species name. But to fully fill in the card's details, you'll have to dig up and clean the fossils of all body parts, with the card letting you know which parts are missing. I've also added the name of the dig site where the bones can be found, for those cards that are not fully completed. Dig site names being super temporary at the moment. Next up, a couple of usability improvements. You can now see what your current discoverability percentage is. In this case, I've discovered 24% of the possible body parts of those species that I've implemented so far. You can now also sort the cards, choosing between ascending and descending order. Sorting by name is the default, but you can switch to sorting by species group, like theropod and ceratopsian, or even sorting by dig site map, where the species bones can be dug up. This will likely be my final change to the fossilpedia for now. I've added a little bones panel that can show next to the zoomed card. Then the player can see each of the body type bones visually. For species where all the bones haven't been found, it makes it more obvious that they are missing. Having this panel makes the body types listed on the cards redundant, so I removed them from the incomplete cards. Lastly, I need to let the player know that they've discovered a species, which is a nice introduction to another new species I've just finished modelling. Spinosaurus. When the last fossil is cleaned, the species is fully discovered, showing off the new completed card. Alongside the Spinosaurus edition, I have also created another spiny dino, the Amargasaurus. Well, that's it for the Fossilpedia, and I'm super happy with it. It provides both a sense of progression for the game, as well as giving extra information on each species the player discovers. Next, I'll be preparing the game for a tech demo, cleaning some stuff up and making some minor improvements. So join up to the Discord to be notified when the demo is ready if you're interested in checking it out, or maybe even wishlist the game on Steam if you wish to catch its release. I'll see you all next time.